The Truth Girls.
Hi everyone, mother arrested for tattooing baby update video, and there's a video here. This is from December 2011. It says that a woman called Franny Trokins was arrested after being turned in by her babysitter. Her baby had been tattooed, apparently by the drunk boyfriend who was practicing tattooing and figured it was good to practice on a baby. And they say that she's a stripper, and this happened after a night of heavy drinking and such. Obviously, I, like all my girlfriends, was pretty disgusted and outraged when I saw this. But, you know, something just seemed weird to me. I started looking into it more, and I found that the story about Franny Trokins is probably fake. The photo is fake. It's not a real baby, and it is actually a doll that was made by this artist, Jason Clay Lewis. But what about the video? Because you can actually see the video of a baby, well, more like a toddler, being tattooed for real right here. Well, this blog, Tattooing 666 on a Baby, Shannon noticed that the tattoo appeared to be, well, it's very small, and it seemed like they were writing 666 on the baby. Now, why would they be doing that? They suspected that these were followers of Jose Luis de Jesus, and they wrote on the blog, this is now confirmed. When you look at the video, the people, first of all, it doesn't look like it's happening in Albany in December. They're wearing summer clothes, and they are also speaking Spanish, and apparently they said this baby is blessed by Jesus. I think that's probably what it is. They're followers of this Jose Luis de Jesus, who has this ministry which is centered in Miami. It's called Growing in Grace, and there's an article right here in the Mail Online about it. And you see the followers tattoo themselves with 666. It says here that Jose Luis de Jesus calls himself the Antichrist because he believes he is the true incarnation of the Messiah as opposed to the one written about in the scriptures. So I think this is probably what this is all about, that the parents are followers of this guy, and like many followers, they tattooed themselves with 666 and also tattooed their toddler. So what happened here, I think, was there was no Franny Trokins drunken stripper who tattooed her baby, but when this very real video showed up of the parents having their toddler tattooed, whoever wrote this post put it in as kind of proof that the event was real, but it's two separate stories. I don't know if it's actually legal or illegal to tattoo your child in the States, but, you know, maybe they're not in the States. They could be anywhere from Florida to Puerto Rico or somewhere else. There have been cases of people being arrested for tattooing their children or allowing their children to get tattoos. But what about if it's for religious purposes? Does it seem really crazy to tattoo your child because of your own religious beliefs? You're involved in some kind of cult, and you're following this guy who says he's the Antichrist, who is the real Messiah, and for that reason you tattoo your child for life with 666? Does that seem crazy? Sorry, my phone is dying. My phone thinks it's crazy. Well, does it seem crazy? Does it seem any more crazy than somebody mutilating their son's genitals because of their religious beliefs? Because you can have that done right there in the hospital, but you can't have your child tattooed with 666 in the hospital. Well, not yet, anyway. I'm not a big fan of circumcision at this time. Before, I had no idea, and I thought it was normal. But since I've been educated about it, I've come to realize that it's probably not a good idea. Not any more than tattooing your child with 666. I mean, they can always do that when they're older. And circumcision you could do maybe later if there's medical reasons. But it's very hard to undo. Probably harder to undo than a tattoo. So, is it just our cultural bias that would single these parents out and say, wow, this is really crazy, you should be put in jail for tattooing your kid? Is that our cultural bias? Because you don't go to jail for circumcising your son, so is there really that much of a difference? I just want to make it clear, I'm not in favor of people tattooing their kids with anything, not for religious reasons or for any other reasons, but I'm just trying to look at the big picture. So let me know what you think, and thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you next time.